You ready to let the games begin? Oh, baby, cause I'm ready. When I'm hard, get set, here we go. Check it. Girl, I want you to stay so we can play this little game we play. You go hide and I will sleep. Let me be the one to make you breathe. Yeah, baby. Boy, I really wanna stay and play that little game you play.
Hello, Taurus. This is Terra Queen Jamila, and I am here to do your lovers forecast and psychic reading for May and June. I will throw in if I sense anything that I want to give to the singles, but this is going to be just a general love forecast, so it'll be for relationships and potentially singles. Okay, so anyway, welcome to the channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you need a private reading. The link to my website is below. I'm going to go ahead and use my Dark Fairy Tale Tarot deck because it's like the other one. It just, my Dark Angels Tarot, but that'll just be my deck I use for private readings because it just was too dark. So anyway, I am going to just get started. I'm going to call to spirit guides, spirits, guardian angels, ancestors for the Tauruses. Okay, what are the energies that you're seeing going into May? And show me the month of May, the energies going into June, and then the month of June, and the energies going into July. So just the outcome for June, or what energies is Taurus lovers going to be taking. What messages do you have for Tauruses for love for May, June 2018? All right. Okay. Thank you. So the end of April will be a full moon in Scorpio. And then we will go, give me a second. I'm sorry, guys. I'm feeling a little distracted right now trying to put these cards out. Oh, we will be coming out of Mercury retrograde at the beginning of May. So that'll actually be a really, really good thing when we can get out of Mercury retrograde, okay? All right, and for some reason, let's move these over because, yeah. Okay, there we go. Now, for as far as what I'm seeing for the Tauruses, okay, for the lovers, this is going to be for your lovers, for the lovers, and so we'll just call it a love cast or love forecast. But what I'm seeing is that going into the month of May, I feel like you're going to have a fresh start in your relationship. For the singles, you're going to be meeting somebody. I feel like a lot of you are going to be in brand new, sort of we just met type of situations. But then looking at the, let me kind of back up a little bit so you guys can see the cards better. Seeing May being a very good month, but then there's an energy shift that does happen in June. As you can see, the death card sort of comes up for going towards the end of May, and then going into June, the Seven of Cups pops up. So something's going on here going into June. Okay. Now, again, looking at May, I feel like a lot of you Tauruses going into it, you got the Knight of Coins, the Sun card, the Two of Pentacles, and then the Death card. So I feel like with this Two of Pentacles coming up, I feel like this is where somebody's juggling and it's not going to turn out good. Okay, so I'm sensing the energy's being really good. To be honest with you, In particular, with some of you Tauruses that are in brand new relationships, I feel like this person doesn't really take the relationship serious enough going into the month of May because they're not really sure what they want. Okay. Now, so the Sun card comes up, and I'm sensing, some negative energy popping up in May having to do with your significant other or spouse or lover's parent, in particular, possibly their father. Then I'm seeing Scorpio energy, okay, coming into the reading as well. So some of you Tauruses might be dealing with a Scorpio that you're in a relationship, or either a fire sign. At any rate, for some of you, it could be that a lot of you Tauruses are juggling. Could be that a lot of you Tauruses are juggling. Yeah, as well. So you could be cross-watching right now and dealing with a Taurus that could have, I'm seeing two major arcanas, one fire sign possibly, and then one water sign, in particular a Scorpio. But I'm sensing that maybe Tauruses themselves could even be juggling. It may not necessarily be two different lovers, but it could be juggling two different situations, two different circumstances, okay? A lot of times it can represent, the Two of Pentacles can also represent living a double life. So I can sense that the energies are going to be okay for the month of May, but a huge energy shift going towards June, and with the Death card, and then the Seven of Cups. Okay, now for the month of June, what you got was the Four of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, even though it's in the reverse position, I'm going to turn it up, right? The Three of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the Hanged Man. So I feel strongly that maybe possibly some of you Tauruses are dealing, especially if it's a brand new love connection, you're dealing with somebody that you may have rushed into it. Maybe you rushed into it, because I'm seeing by June, something is happening here. Now, if you are in a relationship with somebody, I'm definitely seeing a third party because of the Three of Swords. I feel like this third party could be somebody that is possibly, it could be job interference, could be the third party. It could be, it definitely could be another person, because you take in the energy of the Seven of Cups into the month of June. This is where somebody's not ready to settle down. Somebody's not ready to settle down. And I feel like the Four of Coins or Four of Pentacles comes up. This is representing the energy around the Tauruses sort of being heartbroken. Okay, now again, you could be dealing with a Taurus that is a player. Okay, but for the Tauruses that are, I kind of feel as though some of you Tauruses, the tables could be turned, or maybe it was you at some point. But I'm sensing that with the Seven of Cups coming up, that going into June, you're taking in the energy of confusion. Seven of Cups does represent where, sometimes in a love reading where a lover has several different choices and they're not sure which way to go. And so the Four of Pentacles comes up. I feel as though somebody's being a little narcissistic, but I feel like they're hiding their emotions. So I feel like Taurus is really going to hide their emotions. But, I feel like with the Ten of Wands coming up here, and then just with this Hanged Man, feel like some of you are going to accept something in the month of June that you probably shouldn't. Okay, but I feel like a lot of you with the Hanged Man, especially with this Ten of Wands coming up, I feel like this is where you are possibly wanting to walk away from a relationship that has been just way too much burden, just way too much burden on you. Okay, with this Ten of Wands, it's almost like you're putting in all the work. I do feel as though there's some difficulty coming up in your relationships for the Tauruses in June. Of course, I will be doing more readings on that month. I don't think I've went out to June for everybody yet. So just to look at your June energy around love, I'm definitely sensing something happening. Now, just to let you guys know, it's going to be different for different Tauruses. Like, for example, if you're a Taurus that's been in a relationship long term, you know, I feel like things could be different. But if you're in a brand new relationship, I feel like a lot of you Tauruses are going to decide, you know, there's something else out there for me. Or maybe there's going to be some change that's going to come up that's going to point to destiny coming into your life. So and so just to let you guys know, I do sense that a lot of you Tauruses are possibly going to have some difficulty, possibly some heartbreak, but I feel as though for those of you that are choosing to walk away from bad situations, that there's another lover that is coming in. I can definitely tell. So I feel like if it is some kind of breakup or some kind of issue, I feel like it's because it's fate, it's destiny. Maybe the relationship has ran its course. So it could be, I mean, that's the energy that I'm picking up for a lot of you Tauruses. Okay, so I wish that I had a better outlook as far as like just that fuzzy, oh, everything's going to go perfect, but I just don't see it that way. And I think it has a lot to do with the choices that your lover has. Okay, the fact that they do have other choices. And see, Taurus, you can't just go around limiting people's choices. For those of you Tauruses that are just trying to be, you know, you guys don't, Tauruses, you guys play really rough. So you can't just go, like, you can't go and limit their choices because then that's going to create problems. They're going to, you know, that's where you're going to be butting heads. So some of you are definitely dealing with a fire sign that you're going to go into July. Not June. I'm sorry, not July, June. You're going to go into June with like this burden, this this division between the two of you. Okay. And I feel like you are definitely butting heads with either a fire sign or a water sign. Okay, just to let you guys know that. So, however, I do feel as though the wheel does represent, you know, things going in their own time. Divine timing is what the wheel represents to me. And so whenever I see that, I do caution people to not, you know, even at that moment where change is happening, it can be very, very scary. But I feel like a lot of you are making a leap of faith, you know, coming up for that month. I hate when I lean in and it's sort of, because it is dark where I'm at. So anyway, hopefully the lighting is going to be really good for you guys. So anyway, that's going to do it for your reading, Taurus. Thank you so much for watching again. If you need a private reading, the link to my website is below. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Blessed be.